3,
Yeah.
2, 1. 2, 1, 3, 3.
Somebody else. Hi, everybody. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. This is episode 90. If you can believe it. That's also the amount of times it took us to try to get this intro underway. So please just roll the music.
Hey, we finally got it.
Thank you for listening, watching, and subscribing.
I think we just turned 90 years older after that intro.
Oh man, it is episode 90. That's wild. But no, seriously, thank you for listening, watching, subscribing, do all the things you do. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Spotify, Apple. Man, we are everywhere, and we're so grateful that you're everywhere with us. So thank you for that. Thank you for subscribing. For some reason, if you haven't shared it with a friend yet, I think you should share it with a friend. I really do. But that's just my personal opinion. But no, seriously, we thank you for listening, watching, subscribing.
Man, Damon, I'm trying to start a small business here or side hustle, but I don't know how to market and grow it so people hear about it.
Grant, you're asking the wrong guy. I know that stuff about finance. I help there, but ain't nothing about marketing.
Nuts.
Well, I just heard of this new company called Shippensburg Marketing Group in Shippensburg, PA.
Small businesses deserve marketing that works. Shippensburg Marketing Group helps local companies grow with affordable websites, social media, and ads that bring results. Check them out today at shippensburgmarketinggroup.com.
And man, do we have a little bit of a different episode set up for you? We got a little Uprise Fest. I know Uprise this past weekend. Y'all were there. And man, Grant, you had a nice little backstage pass, I know, and everything like that. But
Stage crew.
But I guess first we want to talk about the
recent events.
The recent event that really happened and the assassination of Charlie Kirk real quick. Because, I mean,
absolutely.
for us as believers, I think it's really hit us hard. And
More than I thought it would.
I know.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I think a lot more than you think it would. I truly believe that's the Holy Spirit working within us. Man, I really hope and pray that none of you saw the actual video. I know, unfortunately, my eyes had to see it.
I did too.
I think I think that's just the day and age that the violence that what social media can bring, even though social media can bring a lot of positives, it brings a whole lot more negatives. I think it's something where Satan really kind of attacks on, and it really hurts. But I think the other reason, at least why it hurt me a little bit more, is when you see that video, you're seeing a brother of the faith get killed for his beliefs.
Yeah.
And that hurts as somebody who, obviously had the Holy Spirit within them. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I know that was at least my thoughts on why it's different. This isn't just a celebrity being assassinated. I'm not trying to say that in a nonchalant way. It felt different.
Yeah, I think it really stung me because, you read about it in the Bible, Christians were being persecuted and all this stuff, but you never we haven't really experienced that here in America. But I don't know. I just felt like that was the kind of the beginning of good versus evil, and just I don't know. It was just hard to see because that could have just been anybody, any Christian sharing their beliefs, but it did happen to be a well-known one, and so that it hit a lot of people. Yeah
Absolutely. I think there was just such a spirit of unsettled, just no peace, no rest. I didn't get good sleep for the first couple of nights. And I don't want to change this into the ministry minute. I think we're doing things a little different. So at this point, you guys have already seen our ministry minute kind of based around the subject. But one of the first things that I read after I heard about all of this was in John, and it was the disciples hiding in the upper room because they were so afraid because they had just killed Jesus. And I'm not comparing Charlie Kirk and Jesus in any sort of way, but the first thing that Jesus appeared to them in the upper room and said, "Do not be afraid. Have peace. It's going to be okay." And I think in the moment of we had just seen somebody murdered. We had seen a martyr. Somebody who was martyred for for his faith. putting yourselves in the shoes of the disciples, like how afraid they were of like what is going to happen next. Just being able to like, the first thing, you know, you look in the Bible and the first thing you read is have peace. I just thought that was like incredible. And I think the aftermath, we've seen some really cool stuff happen all across the world. And I'm really excited to see what might happen next. I mean, excited, anxious a little bit, but it only seems like, it seems like people are waking up. And I think that's a really important thing.
Yeah, and I think real quick, you know, obviously our prayers are with the Kirk family, Erica, the kids. I think that's another reason why it was so hard, is that, you know, that's a husband that's gone. That's a father that's gone, that really, when you think about it a lot, those kids are really not going to have any memories even of, because of how young they are, right? Like, I think that's just so, it's so gut wrenching. It's so sad, right? Yeah. And I think that's another reason why it hit us so hard. And I think the reality is that, you know, you put it into perspective, those things happen all the time. Yeah. Like, it's as sad as it is, like just innocent people getting killed for innocent reasons. And, you know, wives, husbands being lost, children not growing up with parents, like that's hard. And I think that's, you know, one of the lies that really, you know, Satan tries to put on us, and one of those things that he tries to affect us with.
Yeah, the one thing I watched Goose's response to this, and he was the only response that I saw out of like a couple that I kind of watched. He mentioned John 15, and he hit at verse 18, where it was about, you know, if you're of the world, we're not meant to be of the world. And if we're not and we choose to follow Jesus, the world's going to hate you because it hated me first. Jesus talking. And I was like, and I was just kind of like, you know, it's like, wow, all right, we're seeing that play out in real time. Like, we kind of know that, like, all right, yeah, Christians were made fun of and everything. And like, I saw John Cooper kind of hit this too at Uprise Friday night, where he's talking about, you know, back in the day, it was, you were made fun of for being a Christian. And then it was like, all right, now you're getting canceled and like losing your jobs. He's like, all right, now it's gone to persecution. Yeah. You know, like, I was talking with somebody on Instagram. I had put something on my story, and they were, you know, they didn't fully agree, but we had a conversation. And one of the things I said to them was that, like, you know, because their thing was like, all this other stuff happens. Why are we just, which I said, unfortunately, we've become desensitized to all of this. That's just the whole point, in my opinion. I was like, so much of this happens, we see it on the news, and we're like, okay. And then continue on with our day. We don't do anything because we've seen it so much. We've seen it every day, tons of times, unfortunately. Yeah. But I just used to think, okay, over in the Middle East, you see about it, it's like, well, that's over there. We're fine here. Right. Okay, well, now it's over here. Right. Yeah. So it's like, it's at the point where it's like, are you going to buckle up and actually like stand firm in your faith and confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord in the times that you are, when you're facing that, or are you going to, you know, not? And we actually talked about this in Sunday school with the lesson, like not in relation to the assassination, but in times when, right after Jesus' death with, I think it was Caesar, that was start of the Roman Empire, Julius, I think. Sure. I can't remember.
Nero?
I can't remember. I don't remember history that well.
Continue.
Keep going.
The gist of it was they were persecuting Christians, the Roman Empire was, and if the Christians didn't say Jesus is Lord, if they said, like, you know, he is my friend or teacher or rabbi, whatever, like, you know, they weren't killed. But if they specifically said Jesus is my Lord, then they were killed. So, and I forget where I was going with that now, so I apologize. I had it in my head. Now it's gone.
No, you're good.
But one thing I just want to caution other Christians with that might, you know, are still feeling angry or upset is, you know, if you're going to respond, step back and ask your words to be guided by the Spirit, not of your own, because the heart does mislead us. I actually saw a post. I saved it because I wanted to talk about it, and I think it got taken down because other people probably said some stuff, because I commented and said, long story short, it was after they apprehended the thought to be shooter right away. and the post, like in the picture on Instagram, they said about this person should get the death penalty, whatever. But then in their caption, they referenced Matthew 5:34, which is where Jesus was talking about eye for an eye, tooth for, I'm not going to quote that part correctly, an eye for an eye.
Yeah.
But then it says, give the enemy your other cheek. If the enemy slaps you on one cheek, turn and give them the other. Yeah. And I was like, all right, well, you're contradicting yourself there,
right,
in my opinion.
Right, yeah.
So it's like, if you want to talk about it, make sure you're being fruitful.
Yes.
Yeah.
That too. Don't
know your sources.
Correct. Yeah. Don't try and twist the word. Like, don't be like death penalty. All right, here's Matthew 5:34.
Yeah. One last thing on that, and then let's get transitions
a
little bit. But
we'll keep going.
I've heard, I was kind of struggling with that. I'm like, the first thing that Christians want to do is, we're taught to forgive and to give grace and, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, somebody can repent and receive forgiveness and turn their life around. But there is a there is a constitutional, justice system that we have in place.
Yep.
And there is a correct way to deal with things that are done. You commit the crime, you do the time. We all know the saying. But in the eyes of the Lord, if you turn your heart and if the man were to give his life to Christ and to turn his life and repent to Jesus, to God, then
he will be
his
saved.
eternal life will be saved.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I think that's the most important. And that goes for anything. If you guys are, yeah.
Yeah. No, I could say some things, but I know we want to kind of stay focused and keep moving on. And maybe that's a discussion we can have another time. Maybe we bring that up as a ministry minute section and kind of just talk about it.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
I will say this, the best way when you're feeling this way is to get with other believers. So I hope you've been at church, get to church, get in an area where believers are. One area that you could have been, and maybe you were, and I know these three were, I was doing things, but Uprise. Perfect area to, after, man, what a hard, heavy week to lift your spirits, right? And so I hope you guys kind of talk about the experience there. And obviously, it was 25-year anniversary. 20-year anniversary. Thank you for fact-checking me.
You're welcome.
We got fact-checkers here, folks. But also a different vibe than probably ever before, probably just because of the weight of what happened earlier in the week. So you guys will probably talk about that a little bit too.
I was going to actually say what you said about like being around like other believers after the heavy week. Cause like I did like think about that. I was like,
bless you.
After the heavy week and like being on like social media and seeing all that stuff, like it was nice to like, just like be off my phone and like sit with people like on the hill and just like talk and listen to like Christ, like the music being shared. Like that was very nice to have after like a heavy week. I feel like that was definitely needed, at least like for me, just to like be around that community of believers and like sing like songs with everybody. Like it just felt like a little like more uplifting than all the heavy stuff. So that was definitely like, I was grateful like that it not that it happened, but like
it was good timing.
That it was good timing.
Yeah, it's
that it happened like that, and that it like
it's one of those weird things. And actually, Erica Kirk brought it up in her I don't know how you want to call
when
that,
she addressed,
memoir address. Sure. I don't. Romans 8:28, for God is doing all things for His good and His glory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and like, how do you like? It's tough to see what God can do from this, but like I know for a fact that He will, and it is for His glory.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I think to that point, it just adds something too. And there's people there that really don't know that we're coming to Uprise this year.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I will say the attendance seemed like it was way up, which was really cool. And I don't know if that was like bigger bands or like longer days. Like it was longer this year by a day, but there there's more bands, there's more to do. And I didn't know if that was like
it's right around 10,000.
There's definitely more than that.
I heard like 20,000.
Well, I think for Saturday there might have been 10.
I heard 30,000.
What? Well, we're gonna have to fact check ourselves.
No, I actually didn't hear anything. I was just.
I was honestly.
You guys talk. I'll do some research.
I was genuinely gonna guess between 20 and 30,000 people
for the whole weekend.
Like when I was standing looking it out at everybody, like on the hill, down in the pit, it was pretty packed.
Yeah.
And like comparing it, I mean,
Saturday.
comparing to Creation's massive. Creation was huge, and there was at its peak like 80,000 people. Now I never saw it in its heyday, but it like there was a lot of people there. The camping was almost sold out. Like everything was just great. Yeah, so many people. Danessa and I got to work at the gates,
Yes.
which was so much fun. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I know she did too. Just getting to like talk with everybody. And sure, you have some people that come in that like cause a little bit of an
Do
issue.
not like you.
But I honestly, I love working with those kind of people. Like, I think
Yeah.
it's just like, I love solving problems. I love being there to be like, hey, yeah, you know, this is what we can do for you.
The math's
That's
not
about it.
mathin', but we're gonna make it math.
Yeah. Tell people that you're going to get them what they need because you
Yeah.
feel bad. Like you can't do anything more for them. And sometimes I'm just like, hey, go talk to that guy over there who is dealing with all of our problems right now. Send him over to Greg and be like, hey,
Yeah.
not my problem anymore. Go to him. But no, we had some great,
Yeah,
great stuff.
I like doing the gates because you get to see like almost everybody that comes in because they have to check in with you, and because we were scanning tickets and other stuff right there. But we got to see mainly everybody that came in, and like just like the different types of people and like what their interests are, and like if this was their first time or this was like their 20th time. Like it was cool to see the different people and like what like they wanted to come to Uprise for. So.
Right. Yeah. Well, I had a lot of people tell me it was their first time.
Me too.
I'll have to say, I'll tell the story. I think my favorite people, like the people that stuck with me the most, I should say, was this like couple that was probably in their 50s. They came through my line. This was the first day. And they were like, this is our first time here. Like, what are this? What's that? Where do I go for that? And whatever. And I'm telling them all the stuff. And I'm super happy. It's the first day. I've got all my energy, just chugged a coffee. And I'm like ready to run everywhere. And they were asking me all these questions. And they were like, I'm cracking jokes. And they're whatever. It was great interaction. And then the guy goes, are you going to be here like for the rest of this time? Like every day? Because you're really nice. And I like talking to you. And I was like, no, but I'll find you. Like, if you want to talk to me, you come find me because I'll help you out.
Yeah.
Like, just being able to impact people. It's not my event. It's not, I have nothing to do with it except for like serving for just a few hours. And like, just even reaching just that one person was really neat.
It's awesome.
Just, it was a lot of fun.
That's awesome. So there is no official numbers yet.
Okay.
However,
I didn't think so. It was just yesterday.
AI is giving me some stuff to work with. There's no official numbers yet, but based off of just historical averages and trends of increases, it's saying probably roughly around 20,000. I'm going to go probably a little bit higher than that, given the fact that in 2015 it hit an all-time high of 15,000. So I'm assuming we can do.
It's definitely higher than that.
It's more than 15,000. They're saying probably roughly 20, but that information is not yet publicly available. So I'm gonna say 25, and I'm just gonna be bold with it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Well,
Love
it was crazy because like we even had people buying tickets Sunday night at like
we left at 5:30. Yeah.
People were still buying tickets just for
Phil Wickham.
For Phil Wickham, who played that night, which was like he got over at like 8:30. So like people are literally buying a 1-day ticket, which is like not cheap.
No.
For what?
Like
For
for 3 hours, and it's like that's insane. Like that's insane.
I don't know. What's a day pass?
$85 if you buy it at the gate.
So, is it though? Because
Well,
you're gonna pay $85 for 3 hours of a concert.
It was only an hour.
Yeah, but they would have gotten like 3. You're saying, right? So you would have gotten Phil Wickham, which should have been your hour long, and then he would have got your kind of your opening acts, if you will, for a Phil Wickham tour.
No.
Like you see what I'm saying? Like if this was Phil Wickham touring.
No, okay. We went to see who? Brandon Lake and
I'm
Phil
trying to
Wickham?
make these people not sound crazy right
No,
now.
they're
I'm
crazy.
defending them.
No, they are crazy because like if you were just going to a Phil Wickham concert, like
You could pay that for a Phil Wickham concert. Yeah.
I think we paid like $50.
Depending
for
on where you
Brandon
sit.
Lake
I mean, I
and
paid
Phil Wickham.
I paid $125 for Brandon Lake and Phil Wickham.
Oh, you sat
Well,
closer.
you sat really
You can
close.
pay
I
higher.
was in the pit. Okay,
You
I was
can
in the
pay
pit.
higher, yeah. But still, that's a good price for the pit. Like I was assuming that was just a
Yeah.
seat on the floor.
I mean, no, it was standing, but it was in the pit. So
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that you guys are crazy, but I hope it was really worth it because, like, the concert, being a festival, you get like
Yeah.
an hour slot. So Phil Wickham only had,
He had-
an hour, and there was
Right.
no openers for him. There was an hour.
He had
of,
a little bit.
It was an hour and a
over-
half.
well,
it was
no,
over-
he
it
had
was over
he
an
had
hour.
openers, right? Because like you had
Yeah,
Well,
but people were
Bodie
coming in
was
after
out there,
them.
and then it was what Elevation Rhythm.
People were coming in
before.
after them.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I tried,
Yeah.
people. I tried to defend you. I did.
I mean,
It was an hour and a half. You're right.
yeah. I mean, Phil Wickham is really great. So like, props to you if you paid 85. It was great. But like, I don't know.
And who-
I think I was just saying that because like I feel like other years like people didn't do that.
No, it's a very fair point you made.
And if they
I'm
did,
not-
then it wouldn't be as much as I feel like it was this year. Like that was my point.
No,
Not like I don't know.
I'm 100% with you. I get
Yeah.
it. I get
Yeah.
it. You don't have to explain yourself. I got
Okay.
you.
Who was your favorite
I'm
band?
explaining it to the people.
You're
Other
good.
than Phil Wickham, did you have a favorite singer? Either of you?
Other than Phil would probably be Kane because that was like the only one that I kind of knew their songs.
You guys,
Yeah.
you guys on a first name basis now, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I also liked Ben Fuller. I didn't see Ben Fuller because I was at the gates at my shift, but just like hearing him,
Yeah.
it was really good. I wish I would have like actually been there close up. And then there was somebody else, Zach
get to see him
Williams.
either.
He was okay. I don't know. He wasn't a big performer, but he was like I knew most of his songs, so
Yeah.
that was still good too. But yeah, definitely Phil.
So Grant, I know you were out there. Was it Thursday setting up?
No, I was there
Friday.
Friday morning.
Friday
I didn't
setting
get
up.
to see anybody Friday night
Like, how
because I
was-
went and did a broadcast.
How was stage crew?
Dude, I love it. It's such a blast.
Why do you love it?
Well, I mean, honestly, I like the reason I did it last year is because I play guitar, so like I already have like an itch.
And you like
for-
a lot of techie stuff.
Yeah, so like I like that stuff, and it's like I kind of get to see, oh,
Sure.
this is what we do, this is how it works, and everything. Cool. The added perk is, all right, you're around the artist.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, he got to shake Phil Wickham's hand. Everybody,
Steve's so disappointed.
literally. I'm so sad.
I'm standing there.
And then no wait, and then
You should be happy for your husband,
and then-
no?
So
Listen.
upset
well,
at him.
yeah. But then I was talking to these ladies at work and today, and some of them went to Uprise, and she got a meet and greet, and she literally said she like hugged him, and I don't know. I
You
just
could have got the meet and greet. You had every
Yeah.
right to have what she
I know, but like I'm not spending that much money. Sorry, Phil. But like,
not worth it.
yeah.
I'm just standing there, and Elevation Rhythm's like right there in front of me, getting ready to go out.
Sit.
And so I'm standing there,
Tell
and
that story.
And I hear this guy walk up and he said, "Hey, I'm Phil." And he shook another stage crew member's hand. And I turned and looked. I was like, "Oh, there's Phil Wickham." And I said, I just stuck my hand out and said, "Hey." And he goes, "Hey, I'm Phil. Nice to meet you."
It's like obviously
Oh,
we
Phil,
know
you here
you're
on
Phil.
stage crew?
I thought that,
Hey,
I
Phil,
thought
can
that
you
was
grab me
cool.
that cord over there?
Yeah, you should have like
No.
been like, hey, give me that.
I thought that was cool that he was introducing himself. He wasn't like walking up assuming like they know who I am.
Yeah.
I'm Phil Wickham.
Like, he, like,
like
humbled
he was
himself.
introducing himself first.
Is he short?
He's about my height,
Like-
a little taller.
yeah.
Might
So-
be like Damon's height. What?
Cindy's like, is he short? And then you said about my height, and she's like, so short.
Grant, how
So
tall are you?
sorry. 5'7".
5'8".
Oh, we're
No,
gonna have,
I would say
we're
he's
gonna have
5'8".
a height. We're gonna have the height worse.
I would say he's 5'8", because we know
Okay.
someone who's 5'7", who's taller.
I'm so sorry.
5'8".
He seems short on stage. I'll just say that. That's
He
why
does.
He's
Nice.
more of like Damon's height.
He probably will say he's
I'm
6
6'2".
foot.
There's no way.
Okay, then no, yeah, he's
He will
about.
probably say he's
he's
6
a little more.
foot.
Okay.
Or maybe
so
5'10".
I will say this: the average height for a man in the U.S.
Oh my
does,
gosh.
does anybody want to guess?
5'7".
Oh, that's
That's not the
in-
average.
the
The
world-
average is probably like
world-
5'9", 5'10".
Worldwide is 5'7".
Oh,
in
'cause
the
of
U.S.
the
in the U.S. it's 5'9".
Bet. Okay, wait. How tall is Phil?
How tall?
That's the main question.
Is Phil
We can't get.
Wickham? We've got a no answer. 5'8". I've got 5'8".
5'8".
Oh, he's my height. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Wow. Well, he was
So-
in shape. Let me tell you what. Anyways.
Well, you have to be when you're doing that.
Sitting right there.
Like
He knows.
No. Well, hey, he's in shape too. He's got his Man of the Lion shirt on. Okay, let's relax. No, but people don't give those people enough credit. Like you have to be in shape to do that constantly. Like you have to be working out. You have to be
Yeah.
taking care of your body.
Cardio.
Yeah, because
Like it's
he was doing those jumps.
Yeah.
He was jumping really high.
I couldn't even stand there and sway next to the guy in front
because
of me.
like because like,
Because
you got to be honest.
that was a whole
but no,
story.
but seriously, like for us, we're jumping, we're having a good time. We don't have to sing though and have to sound good when we're singing.
Right.
Like 'cause you have to
Right.
keep that.
You have to have that breath in you.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
yeah.
All right, so I do have a question though for you, Grant. At any time, did you get yelled at?
What? Oh,
I was told to ask that question. I don't know the background. I was just told to ask it.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
I got yelled at.
I need to know. I need
Say
the,
something.
I need
Yeah.
the details. The people need the details.
So
Yeah, I want to hear your perspective.
I was in the hospitality tent. I was looking at what was left because I already ate supper, and so I was like, all right, let's see what dessert's here because I didn't get dessert. And there's like this like type of like I don't know, it's like a brownie cake or something. The icing was really good,
This
so I was
is
like,
not
oh,
the
they still
story.
have it here.
yeah, it is.
So
Okay.
I grabbed that, grabbed my spoon, walking. Yeah, I'm walking up to the stage. I come up with the stage right, and saying the stage manager's there, and then he walks over to the other side, and I was like, I guess I'll walk over to the other side. So I start walking across, and I hear this, Grant! And I'm like, I look out, and there's Janet jumping up and down, yelling my name. And I'm just walking across the stage with my plate and my cake. I'm like,
So she was in the
crowd.
crowd.
We were in
With
the
them too.
pit. Yeah.
The people around
Okay.
us stopped talking and looked at her. And she just like,
Yeah.
She does not care what people
She-
think, and I love that.
She's wild.
But
oh my word.
She's fun.
yeah,
she's
for
fun.
those who don't know, that is the pastor that me, Grant, and
Sydney.
Sydney, I guess,
My name's Sydney.
go to. That's the pastor's wife, and so yeah, she was so happy to see Grant,
Oh
so
my
she
gosh.
had to yell his name.
Yeah.
Can I say that I'm glad you clarified that because that's
Yeah,
the,
'cause I
that's
was like,
that's
no
the
one's
Janet
gonna know
I
who
was
Janet
just,
is.
that's the Janet I was
Yeah,
assuming.
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Just because I know her from way back when, but
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
gosh.
It was
That's good.
so funny.
Yeah, it was
She just-
hilarious.
I don't think we paid attention to like anything Phil was talking about because she was like,
Yeah.
let's take pictures.
Yeah.
Let's stand together. Wait, Jim's texting me.
Yeah.
She's like, oh my gosh. I was
It
like,
was the
girl.
best time. It was the
Oh,
best
So
time.
man.
funny.
That's awesome.
I
Yeah.
felt bad for the people around us.
Yeah.
Okay, I did
too.
not feel bad for the guy in front of me though. Okay, so speaking of heights, I'm 5'1", 5'2". My license says 5'2". That's a lie. I am not the tallest person in the world.
Oh, so you're short.
Yes, I am short. Average age for a woman is what?
Well,
Average
I know
age for a
I
woman?
know what I
I don't
said.
know.
I know what I
I think it's
said.
probably 5'.
It's like 5'5".
No, 5'5". No,
For a woman, no way.
I would say
Average-
5'3".
It's 5'5".
Watch it be 5'4".
5'3.5".
Oh, women are shrinking.
Hey, bet.
For
That's
the-
how tall I am.
For the
so
U.S.
let's go.
For the U.S. 4'11" worldwide.
What? Oh,
Certified
mom.
midget.
My mom's 5 foot.
Is she?
Yeah, she
I
is.
didn't realize
She is
that.
5 foot.
I apologize. I didn't mean that. for me, please. I'm sorry.
She
Julie.
hey she could still take me if she wanted to. So
She doesn't seem like she's got enough energy for
anyways, the whole point of that was Sydney's
so short.
Short.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, on with the story.
Sorry. So I'm standing. We're down in the pit, and there should be a rule that anyone
There
over
should
my
be.
height should not stand in front of me. Because
At least 6 foot. If you're taller than 6 foot,
I'm gonna use my laptop.
what are
as
we
a
supposed to
prop.
do if we got there first?
go to the back.
Go to the back.
Nah,
Jim even
finders
stood
keepers.
behind me. Okay, so here's an example. Man's in front of me. Okay, he's
like this
swaying,
computer is, yeah.
right. So then I'm here going like this
Here,
every time he's swaying, and I'm like, "Sir, I can't see." And it was cracking me up.
it was
But
awesome.
Phil's just trying to talk, and I'm just trying to pay
that
attention.
guy was having the time of his life.
Oh yeah,
so
he was
whatever.
so nice.
Good
He
for him.
Smelled
And then
sweaty, but
I was standing right beside Sydney, and in front of me was like a 10-year-old kid, so I could see perfectly fine. So
and
it
I'm
was
like,
it was funny.
What's over there? Wait,
Yeah.
let
That's
me
funny.
see.
Yeah,
That's
That
hysterical.
was fun.
It was pretty funny.
But-
One last thing I'll share of the part of Phil Wickham before I say about the other stuff I got to do. So I was up on stage, but then like we had nothing to do. Like Phil was the last act, and he didn't have a whole lot. So I went down to the pit for a little bit, got some pictures, took a video, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go find Danessa. And so I'm walking in the back, and I'm looking, and I see Harrison.
Yeah.
And so he doesn't see me. So as I'm walking past him, I like wrap my arm around him and I keep moving. So, he's like this, like some random guy's just touching me, and then he sees me. And then I find Trent and I tap him on his other shoulder, standing next to him. He's like, huh.
Grant's just causing problems
Oh,
down in the
yeah, I'm like freaking people out in the
Oh my
crowd.
gosh.
And then I
That's
finally found
the best
Danessa.
thing to do there, Grant.
That's why we keep you on the backstage.
That's
was
why,
fun.
yeah,
I also
we're not seeing with you.
I also got to shake Ben Fuller's hand.
I don't
so-
feel that way about you, Grant. I just want you.
Well,
to
you
know
got to
that.
shake Ben Fuller's hand, even though you weren't there the day that he was there.
I saw him as I was leaving.
Oh,
He was coming out of the tent. And I will say he is the most down to earth artist I've ever interacted with. And he was like, I said, "Hey Ben," and he did like the bro hug thing, like brought me in.
Who's this? Ben who?
Ben Fuller.
Ben Fuller.
I'm not Google.
I honestly didn't. I don't really know a lot of his stuff.
I'm not a movie guy.
I don't. He's
That's
not.
definitely not the Ben Fuller.
No, that's not him. Ben Fuller, Christian music.
Wait, Christian music? This guy's
Cool.
not
Yes.
an actor?
No.
No,
He was at
Uprise.
Uprise. They sing at Uprise. Do you know what Uprise is?
Uprise is a
There was
Christian
no
music
acting
festival that
going on.
Well,
happens
there
every
actually
year.
Thank
is
you.
people listening to this who might not know what Uprise is.
I'm so sorry, listeners.
So Uprise is a
Christian music festival
Christian
That's
music
him.
festival. It's usually 2 days, but this year it was 3 days for those who don't know.
because of the 20th anniversary.
We're gonna snip it and
Okay,
put it in the
so
video.
so I know if I got Jesus.
Yeah.
I can't say I knew that was him though.
Yeah.
Right.
Turn, I know. Can't say I knew that was him.
But anyways, like I shook his hand, but like I went to shake his hand and he like brought me in for like the bro hug thing, and I'm like,
That's what's up.
dang, I was like, all right, this guy's like, I don't know, just down to earth. But my favorite part, Disciple. Here's why. They're super simple, great to work with, like loading them in and getting them set up and everything. So we have them on stage ready to go. They started 10 minutes before they had to start because they were ready. Like they had everything ready to go. And so we were like, you guys can go ahead and start. So they start.
Nice.
And, you know, they get done, they walk off, and every time a band does this, they always chant one more song, one more song. Well, we're standing there, and we're like, all of us stage crew are like, all right, what are we doing? Because they had 10 minutes left. Like, they didn't play the extra 10 minutes they had.
Yeah.
They did the songs they were
did their
going to
set,
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, you know, we're like, all right, what are we doing? And so I'm starting to look because, like, the two guitarists walked over here on my side and the bassist. And I think the drummer was on my side too, but then the lead singer, Kevin, was on the other side. And I think Sam, this manager, was on my side too. And they were all like, you guys have time, like, legit. You could walk back out and play one more song, unplanned.
Or like 3 more songs.
Yeah.
Like, you could do it. Because the funny thing was, like, the one guitarist, Andrew, he came out and, like, shut off, like, one of their amps, like, for backing tracks and everything, because they were like, we're done.
Yeah.
But then, like, we told him, like, you guys can go back, like, you can play one more song if you want. And so ended up, they held together. They came back out and played one more song. And that was, like, legit, like, you know, a legit encore. Because, you know, like, a lot of bands will, like, fake an encore.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
not like
They'll
when they
walk
fake
off.
it.
And this was legit because they were
That's
not
cool.
planning to do it. But since they
Right,
had
right.
the extra 10 minutes, it was, like, great.
That's cool.
Everybody was pumped. And I was
Did-
like, all right, this is awesome.
Did Elevation plan that or
I don't know. I did not watch any of them. So,
you didn't? Oh, you don't watch. Oh, that's right. You were over at the Men's Alliance tent for them.
so funny
They-
thing.
Go ahead.
I was gonna go watch a band that played at the Men's Alliance National Rally, and I talked to them like the day before, and they were like, "Yeah, we're headlining the hip hop stage. Come check us out." I was like, "Yeah, I'll make it down." And so I ate my supper, and as I'm walking down, it's like 20 till 6, and that's when they started. So I was like, all right, I'll get there a little late. So I walk past the Men's Alliance tent, and as I'm walking towards the stage, I see Gage and Captain, Mike and Jason. I don't know if you know who they are.
Yeah.
And then Harrison as well. And I was like, hey! So I stopped and started talking to him. And then your dad and mom are walking past us. They were like, oh, there's Tink. And your mom's like,
She's
was
so
like,
funny.
She was like, you're kidding me.
She's
So-
like,
I
your
feel what
dad
she's
and
feeling.
his boyfriend.
yeah. So we're all sitting there talking. And then we see another guy. And then we go over and get pictures in front of like the Uprise banner thing they had set up.
Sure.
And then by the time we're done, you know, doing all that stuff, I look up. The band's done. They're already tearing
my
stuff
gosh.
down. I was like,
Wow, Grant.
That's
well, I didn't get to make it.
Oh, well.
So yeah, I had the intentions of
very
going. I
dedicated
tried.
fan.
So,
Dang.
but anyways,
That was a
Elevation
lot.
Rhythm. I don't know. I didn't see any of them.
They said encore.
Yeah, people chant for another song. Then again, they do that with every band. Everyone does that at every single concert.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were doing it for them, and they didn't come back on for a while. Like it was like a couple, like a minute. It felt like a while. And they came back on, and they're like, "You guys really want one more song?" And they're kind of like, "We exhausted like all the ones we have," because they don't. I mean, they
Oh, then
do
maybe
have
it was.
music, but then they played this last song they played. They just played it again. They like started in the middle and like kept it going because they played it for
Nice.
played it for a while. Like you know, you do longer for a live performance, and then they just played it again when they came back out for an encore. So I didn't know if you were back there, but I guess you
wasn't.
weren't.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind them.
I mean, that sounds like though another legit one because
Sure.
if
Yeah.
the band comes out like that, then I would say yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is a real quick off the cuff question.
Okay.
For worship music specifically, when you download the songs or add it to playlists and all that stuff, are you you want the edited version or do you want the live version? For some reason, I'm a live guy.
no,
like
no,
I just,
no, no,
it
no.
depends.
I love the live version.
So I am totally against you. I hate the live version because I hate the yelling and like the clapping. I love the yelling and clapping when I'm live. Okay. But when you're not live, it's just like, just cut that out. Like,
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. Just maybe it's for just the bands that I have listened to that are live. It's just, there's so much yelling and clapping. It's just not it
Interesting.
for me.
Okay, that's fine.
Even if it is a Christian worship song, like,
Because it's only for me, it's only the worship songs. Because like
yeah.
the country music I listen to or something, I don't want.
No, I don't want to
No.
do that. I think
Yeah,
it is. I don't know.
It's just
I just
the worship.
don't
It's just
like
the worship.
live unless I'm
That's fair.
live.
That's fair. That's a respectful answer.
I
got you. Ooh, what did I just do?
I think there's some songs I don't. What'd you do?
I hit some in the dock. I
There's
think.
some songs. It's okay. There's sometimes I don't like the live version, like you said, because it's just like this is just them talking. But then there's some that's like I loved the way they sounded at that concert. I hope they release it. Like
Okay.
that
So,
was like such a good way of singing it.
You were saying like you were at that concert,
Like, yeah,
and
if
you
I-
want that song to be live.
Yeah, like sometimes if I'm there and I hear the song, I hope they put it out. Or if I'm
Yeah.
listening to a live recording like on Spotify, then like they have like an intro that was different, or they have some part they added, or they
Right.
sing a certain part a cappella, and it sounds really good.
Wait, I got a question. Vanessa, do you like listening to like the Passion Conference?
That's
album?
where I was
The
going.
Passion album's all live.
So you were there because you experienced it. So how how
year-
is that?
So that's fine because I was like there, and so like
experienced it.
I experienced it. If I don't experience it, I don't know. It's just annoying to me.
Okay.
I like live. I
The
don't
last
care.
time I was at Passion was when they sang Agnes
Dea.
Day, however you say it.
Oh, I literally just came
and that
across it.
live, like that is
It's
so
20 minutes.
powerful because I was there and I experienced like what we felt, like the Holy Spirit and
Yeah.
like what that song was.
Yeah.
And when I listen to it live, like those feelings like kind of come back.
It's
like
awesome.
it's not the same feeling because when you're just there live, it's just a whole different thing.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But like it does like bring some back. But if I wasn't there, like I probably wouldn't have obviously those same like feelings about it. So I feel like if I was there live, I can appreciate it live. But if I wasn't, it's just like
Yeah.
no. But I can see why people do like it live. I
Yeah.
just personally
It was
don't.
it was just a total off the cuff question. There was no right or wrong answer. I was just more curious.
Right. Yeah.
Same like type of question when it comes to worship music. Do you like spontaneous recorded worship songs, or do you like the ones that's like, okay, they wrote this, here's every verse, here's every chorus, and they don't add or subtract? Have you ever listened to spontaneous worship?
No.
Like house fires?
No.
So there's some like worship tracks you can find. You know how Agnes Day on the Passion album was 20 minutes long, and that was spontaneous worship. Like
Right.
they just let the Holy Spirit move,
Right.
And it took 20 minutes, and we got done when we got done. They didn't care about
Yeah.
how long it took. So house fires, I think, if I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure their whole thing is like recording spontaneous worship songs. So like they'll write a song, they'll have like a gist, but then like if they're like, let's just do the chorus over and over and over, or let's do the bridge again and
Yeah.
again, they'll just let that go.
I got no
don't-
problem with that.
Do you ever like listen to them, just like any songs that you think of that you go back to it, or
Probably What a God right now.
oh, don't even get me started on that song. Oh my gosh, that one is literally made of fire. That song is quite literally
It's
like
good.
that was written by Tongues of Fire.
It's good.
I
I
good.
have
love
not
that
listened
song
to
so
it. Never even heard of it yet.
much. You're missing out.
It's
Who's
good.
it by?
Gets me going. It's SEU worship.
Yeah.
Oh, you mentioned that the other
It's-
day.
Yeah, Bible study.
Yeah.
Because oh my gosh, I was in the shower.
It's
TMI. I was in the shower and I was having a terrible day. And that song, I was like, Alexa,
It does
play What a God. And she's just like, what a God, what a God. And I was like, ah, like bawling my eyes out. And it is so powerful.
It is. It is.
I hope you guys had a
So-
good picture.
No.
We are not doing that. I put my foot down on that picture.
So
I was too far. I was too far.
I would say I like that spontaneous worship.
Yeah.
But if it keeps going and going and going and going and going and it's like being forced,
Yeah.
like that's just like, okay,
Yeah,
you
that's
need
fair.
to stop.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely tell the difference between like forced
Yes.
and then genuine
Yes.
like
Yes.
spontaneity, but like, yeah, I get what you mean.
Because it's like, all right, people get it. Like
Sure.
not to like
And it's like you
down
said,
worship music, but
when
like,
you're there experiencing it, then to
so much
listen
bet-
back,
it's-
it's like,
yeah.
I knew what I'm feeling.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm sending you this song. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Boom. So no
have to listen
excuses.
to it.
No excuses.
anything else about Uprise? Because I do have a story I want to tell
I
before
said-
we end it.
No, yeah, go for it.
Yeah. We need to wrap up. So
Okay.
you
One
get on
last-
your story.
Okay.
One last thing with Uprise.
No.
If you're like, oh my gosh, you guys had such a great time volunteering. How do I get involved? Be on the lookout around June next year. They'll make the volunteer applications live. Volunteer, get involved. It's great. We can
Yeah.
always use more volunteers at
Definitely
Uprise. So,
Boom.
all right,
Love it.
That's all. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay.
Just try and get more volunteers.
Okay. So for those who don't know,
Shut up.
I work at a school, and so
Really?
I just said for those who don't know. So I'm around kids a lot. Anyways, I was in for a third grade classroom, and this one boy, this was like the second time I was in for this class, and this one boy, we were in like our reading block groups, and he was just, I don't know if it was the Holy Spirit, I don't know what it was, but he was like talking about like heaven and everything, and like this kid, like he is like a kid that needs like extra help sometimes, and so yeah. Anyways, so I was kind of surprised that he was kind of like talking to me freely, because he's kind of one that doesn't really want to like do his work. And he just kind of just shows up. But today he was like very talkative. And so I was like, all right, so I'm just going to talk to this kid. And so he was talking about how he was sad because his grandpa isn't alive anymore, because whatever we were reading reminded him of his grandpa. And so that kind of, I was like, he was so sad. And I was like, what do I say? I was like, you'll see your grandpa again. And he's like, how? No, I won't. And I was like, you'll see him again. And like in heaven, because I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like hopefully his grandpa went to heaven, to uplift him. And he was like, oh, I forgot about heaven. And I was like, yeah, like heaven is where you go when you believe in Jesus and you die, like you go to heaven. And he's like, yes, I'm so excited for heaven.
Oh.
And I was like,
Yeah.
yes,
Oh
like
my
you should
gosh.
be. Like I was like, if you believe in Jesus, like I said this, and like this is not a private school, like this is a public school,
Right.
that I was talking about this in, but
I mean, he initiated a conversation.
he did initiate it, and but he like talked about heaven first, and then I was, well, yes, he did, and then I was like, yeah, you'll see your grandpa. Anyways,
Yeah.
and so we literally had a whole conversation about heaven for like a whole minute, and it was
Wow.
like, it was crazy. Like
That's
it was
so
in the middle
cool.
of reading class too, so I was like, I should, yeah. But the
Aw.
other kids were doing other work, so it was fine.
Sure.
But I was like, I was like put in that class for a reason, just to talk to him, because
Heck yeah.
if that would have been any other teacher, like there are other Christian teachers at that school, but like that would have had that opportunity to like talk to him about it and just
Sure.
know that like it is real and it's not just like his parents telling him, or I
Yeah.
don't know, like another adult that he trusts is telling him about this. I
Yep.
feel like that gives a little bit of more weight than just
That's
like
awesome.
your parent telling you.
Good for you, Danessa.
But
Yeah,
that
that's
was cool because,
awesome.
like, yeah, I've been like asking God to like give me those opportunities, like with adults, but with kids too. Like that is also like really, really cool. So I'm gonna be with him with that class next week. So maybe more conversations will spark
That's
with
awesome.
it.
Yeah.
But
Good.
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
I feel like you're in such a good position to like have those innocent
Yeah.
conversations, because like with this is awful for me to say, it's really hard to start those conversations with adults. Like I'm sure you guys feel that way. Like a coworker that you just want to keep like mutual respect and like just keep like good relations with. It's so hard to be like, oh, like, do you know about Jesus? Like, let me tell you about this. I'm sure everybody feels like that, you know? But like with a kid, it's like, they're so innocent and
Yeah.
they're looking up to you. You're
Yeah.
teaching them. You're
Yeah.
literally the teacher.
Yeah.
And so if you're saying something, they're like, oh, okay, yeah. And then, never know, they're going to go home and say, Mommy, what about this? Or do you know about
Right.
Jesus? And man, that's so cool. I'm glad you have those opportunities.
Yeah, and like he was sad before the conversation, but then after he was like happy and like just going on with his day. So
Aw.
yeah, I hope that put his seed in him, but I guess we'll never. Well, I might know,
You
but
may know. You'll know someday in heaven.
Yeah.
yeah,
You
yeah.
might know. That's right.
That's so funny.
So
That's
yeah, I
awesome.
just wanted to share that just to be uplifting and like things are still happening even in this dark world. So
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, I hope the episode wasn't too dark. We definitely had a great weekend at Uprise, and we hope if you were there too, you had a good weekend as well. Drop us your favorite moments in the comments.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
favorite
if you were
artists.
there, favorite artist,
Yeah.
or who
Yeah.
you might want to see next year, because Bubble was looking for recommendations.
I know that's a force flank.
we also saw a few of you at Uprise who talked to us.
Yeah.
One in particular, Brian.
Oh my gosh,
we took
Brian,
a selfie
hi.
with you and put it on our
Yeah.
story.
That was one of the few times I wasn't up at the stage, so that worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, if you come up to us, we'll shout you out.
Yeah, we
so.
know Nick said something to us, and all of our personal friends that follow us as well that were hanging out, which just is great. We love our people.
Yeah.
We love you guys.
Yeah.
I guess with that-
Yeah. As always, thanks for listening, watching, subscribing. Appreciate it. We hope you enjoy this week's Worship Wednesday, which, if you remember our guest from last week, Ryan, he will be kind of leading that and sharing a little bit of just the word and what's been on his heart recently. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so we actually stayed here for 10 days instead of 3, like I said. So.
Whatever.
All right. Hey, till next time, hope you have a blessed week. Bye.
Bye.